Welcome to Education Today. I'm Kobe Toy from Armstrong High School in the Armstrong School District. Tonight we are talking about a program that has become a major staple of our school and communities over the years. The program got its real start over 15 years ago when a 4th grade student submitted a drug and alcohol awareness poster to Manor Township Lions poster contest. That poster was chosen as the winner that year, but it ended up becoming so much more than just a poster contest. Ford City High School alumni Tara Powers was the 4th grade student who submitted that poster 15 years ago with the slogan, "Drugs Kill Dreams." The slogan and poster was picked up on by current Magisterial District Judge Gary DeComo, and the rest is history. Let's bring in our guest to speak about this program now. Welcome to Education Today.
Thank you.
Would you like to start and just introduce yourself and tell us your role in the community?
I'm J. Gary DeComo. I'm a Magisterial District Judge in Ford City, and I am the founder of the Drugs Kill Dreams program.
We understand that your program goes hand in hand with the Drugs Kill Dreams jail experience. Can you tell us how your aspect of it ties into that program?
Yeah, both the Drugs Kill Dreams jail experience and my program, my presentation, are all about prevention. The jail experience meets every 2 months at the Armstrong County Jail. We have a great group of volunteers, and it's really a great program. But it's the same theory. If we increase prevention, we decrease addiction and crimes committed by people with an addiction. A recent study in USA Today found that 90% of the Americans with an addiction started using alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs before they were 18. Another quote I try to remember, I'm not sure if I'll be able to remember it, but, and it's anonymous, growing healthy children is easier than fixing broken adults. That's why I believe in prevention.
That's good to know. Now, obviously, you've been doing this for a long time, 15 years now. How has the program evolved over time?
Well, I actually started in 1994, where I took prevention materials to the schools and talked to the kids mostly about alcohol. Then in the year 2000 is when Ms. Powers submitted a poster for the Manor Township Lions poster contest with the slogan I still offer. On top of the poster was "Drugs Kill Dreams," and that increased the visibility of the program. Then in the year 2004, I decided to enhance my live presentation with pre-recorded video prevention messages from people in sports, doctors, people in recovery, and it really came out pretty good, and that's the year we brought the Drugs Kill Dreams jail experience under the Drugs Kill Dreams umbrella. We changed the programs to fit the needs of the community.
Since you started your program, have you noticed any changes in the drug use in the community?
Well, when I first started, and that was in 1994, when I first started, I used to go talk to the kids about alcohol and, of course, marijuana. Then cocaine came along into our area, which I thought was horrible and highly addictive. Then crack cocaine came into the area, which is even more addictive and destroyed lives. But recently, I've never seen anything like over the last few years when we have an epidemic of prescription pain reliever addiction and, of course, the most horrible drug in the world, heroin. So things have changed over the years, but we keep changing our program to fit those needs.
Can you speak to the amount of cases you handle in relation to drugs and alcohol?
Probably 60 to 70% of the criminal cases throughout the state of Pennsylvania are DUIs, drug cases, or criminal acts committed while the person was under the influence of or addicted to alcohol or other drugs. Now, these other crimes are serious crimes. When you have burglaries in the home, when you have robberies at gunpoint at a pharmacy, and we had one at our local pharmacy, when you have assaults, when you have assaults on old ladies to get money for drugs. Those are the types of crimes that are committed by people with an addiction.
Part of the Drugs Kill Dreams program is presentation. Who do you visit to present to, and during what times of the year?
I present with the help of this studio. I present to any organization, any time of the year, anywhere. I've done them in a four-county area, to social groups, schools, of course. Anybody that calls me, I go give them a presentation.
Now, if an organization or school wants to contact you, how would you like them to do that?
They just have to call my office at 724-763-7866 or my home, 724-763-2305.
Are there still activities planned during the course of the school year for area school districts?
Yeah, I usually, we're going to start our visits in January, and I usually, in the 1st through 4th grade, I visit the schools, give them some prevention materials. I usually ask them if they know a judge, if they ever saw a judge on TV before, and they all tell me Judge Judy, the most famous judge in the world. And I tell them I'm a little judge from Fort City. And I just ask them simple questions at that age, give them some things, and I make them make an official pledge, a pledge not to use alcohol, tobacco, or other drugs. In the 5th grade through middle school, maybe 8th or 9th grade, I have my live presentation with pre-recorded video prevention messages from people in sports and physicians like we talked about before. And then in the senior high, I find it more effective when I bring people in, young people in, that are struggling with recovery, that have committed certain crimes. And that's been more of an effective program for the senior high.
I know there's a lot of planning that goes into your program each year. So what all do you plan to do for the 15th anniversary?
Well, the 15th anniversary has been a little overwhelming for me, and we have a lot of help from a lot of different places. We have help from the Richard G. Snyder YMCA applied for a grant so we could do programs inside the Y in cooperation with the Y. The ACMH Foundation has always been my prevention partner. S&T Bank provided me with one of their stars, Jerome Bettis, to help us out on a few projects. We just have total community cooperation. And it's just been a long planning process. And but it's coming along all right, and I think we're going to do fine in it.
Well, that's good to hear. Are there any highlights from over the years that you can think of and you'd like to share?
Probably the highlight that I think of the most, I've had some wonderful experiences with both the kids and adults, but I think the highlight that I'd just like to mention here, I'm so thankful for the complete countywide cooperation I have for the program. I've gotten complete countywide cooperation for years, for actually close to 20 years. And I really appreciate that, and I want to express that to the community.
And now we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in a minute to talk more about Judge DeComo's Drugs Kill Dreams program. Stay tuned.
Success. We see it every day. Hundreds of majors and programs, bachelor's degrees to PhDs, small classes, internationally known faculty who are committed to your success. Real-world experiences to guide you on your career and life path. An alumni network 120,000 strong. I'm IUP President Mike Driscoll. Visit us. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
I'm Indiana County Sheriff Bob Fyhawk. We are all proud of Indiana County, but we must be worried about the negative growth of drugs and alcohol abuse. It is the responsibility of all of us, parents, teachers, and community leaders, to provide the best possible education to our youth in the prevention of drug and alcohol abuse. The law is a deterrent, but education is still our best protection. Help keep Indiana safe and drug-free. For more information on how to talk to your kids about drugs and alcohol, go to the AboveTheInfluence.com, brought to you by the Armstrong, Indiana Drug-Free Communities Coalition.
brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Hi, I'm Jen McCroskey. I'm a prevention specialist with the Armstrong Indiana Clarion Drug and Alcohol Commission. Hey parents, put your drug knowledge to the test. Attend a free teen scene program. Learn about signs and symptoms of drug use and abuse, current drug trends, resources for help, and view a large display of items where drugs can be hidden. For more information, call 724-354-2746 extension 309 to schedule a program today. Brought to you by the Armstrong Indiana Drug-Free Communities Coalition.
And we're back with Education Today. Tonight's topic is the Drug Skill Dream Program, and we are joined by Judge Gary DeComo. Judge DeComo, as I'm aware, and I'm sure many others are as well, you often track down local and professional athletes to film them as they speak about the message in your yearly slogan, Drug Skill Dreams. Can you tell us why you're constantly looking for athletes and other stars who will share this message? For those at home, who's new this year?
First, I bring the people on the video that I think the kids would listen to. They listen to professional athletes, they listen to doctors, they listen to people in recovery. They listen to other types of people from all walks of life. And if we continue to have more people on the video with prevention messages, we have less people on the drug users team. We want them to be on the Drug Skill Dreams team. And for example, I probably have 20 different people, pro athletes, doctors, cancer patients, people who lost family members due to overdose. This year we have Bud Dupree, we have Dr. Keppel and Dr. Grooms on the video. In a 45-minute presentation to the schools, I probably have 20 different people sending the same prevention message. If they don't get anything from what I tell them, they might get something from what those other 20 people tell them.
I remember back when I was in elementary school, I saw all those videos, still remember them. But recently, you've campaigned for an officially recognized date in the state of Pennsylvania. Can you talk about that for a little bit? Yeah,
first I want to thank the Armstrong County Commissioners, Mr. Fink, Battaglia, and Bauer. They first gave me proclaimed a Drugs Kill Dreams year in Armstrong County, which is from August to July 31st of this year, July 31st of 2016. Then I approached Senator White and asked him if he could make a specific day in January, Drugs Kill Dreams Day, throughout the state of Pennsylvania. And I want to thank Mr. White because he accomplished that in less than 3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks, we had a Drug Skill Dreams Day. They proclaimed it in November 17th, and it's for January 24th, 2016.
Is there anything specific that you want to happen on this day?
I chose a Sunday. January 24th, 2016 is a Sunday, because what we're going to do is, since it takes a total community effort for prevention to be successful, we're going to ask the faith community throughout Armstrong County and the Tri-County area to mention drug prevention during their services on Sunday, January 24th, 2016.
That's really neat. What do you have new for this year, like calendars, bumper stickers, or folder inserts?
Well, I have a whole range of things that was new this year, and I'll show you a few things. First, this is a prevention booklet that we're working on, a family prevention resource guide. Of course, it has Jerome Bettis on, where's the camera? Jerome Bettis on the front. Next, we have, with the approval of the school district, all 5th and 6th graders have a 3-ring binder that they're required to have every day in school. We put this 3-ring flyer in their binders, so every day they see these prevention messages on tobacco, alcohol, and marijuana. We have one made up for the Riverhawks, and we have one made up for the Wolves, West Shamokin Wolves, and that area. We also, through the help of the Armstrong Indiana Drug and Alcohol Commission, we made a calendar up with Jerome Bettis, myself, and a couple local kids, and it features all Drugs Kill Dreams posters from 4th graders. So it's really caught on pretty well. We distributed about 1,500 of these this year. We also have pledges that we made up, and we're requiring the youth to sign the pledge, and we also have an adult pledge, and it makes certain comments on here. And if we have, for example, your hockey team, you play hockey, don't you?
No, yeah, I do.
Your hockey team, they all are going to sign the youth pledge, the coaches are going to sign the adult pledge, and I donated a hockey stick made out of authentic Civic Arena roof, autographed by Mary Lemieux, to the hockey team to be used as a fundraiser.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's pretty,
So
that is really cool.
we're doing that for all the sports teams because we want to raise the level of prevention awareness. And this is going to be going out to all the schools and all throughout the community. This is the list of celebrities that died from drug overdoses over the last 15 or 20 years. And we're going to put this all throughout the community. So we have a lot going on.
Well, that's really cool what you have over there. So let's talk about the Klangsmith warning tags and drug take-back programs. Why are the labels, and how does the program work?
We did this with Klingensmiths back in 2007, and we're doing it again this year. What this program is, it's sort of a unique program. Most prevention messages about prescription pain relievers go to the general public, and only maybe 20% of the people use prescription pain relievers. What we've done with the complete cooperation of Klingensmith drugstores, we put a label on the back of the prescription bag, only for those prescriptions for prescription pain relievers. And what the label says is different warnings: keep pain relievers in a separate, secure area, count your pills, different things like that to make the user aware. And the reason we want to make the user so aware of the problems with pain relievers is because most of our young people that start using prescription pain relievers steal them out of their family's home,
Yeah.
or out of the homes of unsuspecting legitimate users. And one of the key things that the ACMH hospital made up was one of the nicest things I've ever seen, and it says, your kid's drug dealer may already be in your house. And it has a picture of the a medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
So it's a unique program, and I think it's working out real well.
I'd say it is too. It looks pretty cool. What is the importance of this drug take-back program?
Well, to keep unused or expired drugs out of the homes of unsuspecting users, legitimate users. When people are done with a prescription or the prescription's expired, many, many times they'll leave the prescriptions in their home. So we want to get them out of the home, bring them to Klingensmith's drugstore for proper disposal. Klingensmith's drugstore is one of the few drugstores in the whole area that take back the unused or expired drugs.
Well, that's definitely a good thing. How do you try to involve the area school districts in regards to the program and other initiatives?
Well, this year the Leo Club already helped me put the labels on the bags. I've already requested their assistance on, I have 3,000 more of these labels to go on bags. Plus, for the elementary schools, I have 4,000 Drugs Kill Dreams bags that need stuffed, and I'm going to ask the Leo Club, which has about 100 members this year, to help me out a little bit. So they're involved, they always volunteer, and I have a good time with them.
You were kind of talking about this earlier, but we understand that there's a new prevention team member this year.
That's right. Savings and Trust, through Savings and Trust, Mr. Bettis, Jerome Bettis, agreed to be drafted by the Drugs Kill Dreams team for pictures and to be on the video with us and to put his name out there as one of our team members. And it's really important, and it's really been great. Like I said, his picture's on the top of the calendar. We're going to have his picture on billboards with us. And to have his name up there with us raises the level of prevention awareness. He's in the Football Hall of Fame, but he should be in the Community Hall of Fame because Jerome Bettis is a community leader. He's a gentleman. He's helped me out tremendously even before he did this for me. He signed footballs for my program. I first met him at training camp. He was one of the first football players I put on my video. Just a tremendous gentleman.
Well, that's something you definitely want to have, showing all the young kids. Now, what can ordinary citizens do to combat the evils of drug and alcohol use? And do you have any advice for them?
I think what the citizens should do is educate yourself about drugs and signs and symptoms of drug use. Parents should look for the signs and symptoms of drug use. Many parents are unaware of it, okay? Also, I think our community should pay more attention to the use of tobacco, alcohol, and marijuana. Because if we spent more time preventing the early use of alcohol, tobacco, and marijuana, we would have less to worry about concerning pain relievers and heroin.
Alrighty, now what are some resources our viewers could consult to learn more about your program?
Well, we're on a website at the ACMH Foundation. We also have a website with the Drugs Kill Dreams Jail Experience. And people can contact Arc Manor or the Armstrong Indiana Clarion Drug and Alcohol Commission for more information.
Is there anything else you'd like to add for the benefit of our viewers?
I want to thank everybody for supporting prevention. Everybody can do something for prevention in our community. And thank you very much, and thank you for having me. Also, I want to thank this studio because without this studio, the foundation of my program would not be possible because Mr. Garetano helps me with the video presentation and putting it all together, and without him, I'd be unable to do that part of my presentation. It's a major part.
Oh, thank you. And well, that's our show for today. A special thanks to our guest for being on the show, Mr. Gary DeComo. Thanks also go out to Armstrong High School TV production students, led by our teachers, Mr. Don Swanson, Mr. Josh Miklos, and Mr. Chris Garetano. They were our film crew for today. Please join us again for next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. DVD copies of this and all Education Today programming can be requested by contacting Mr. Chris Garetano, Multimedia Technician at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. For more information about the district, visit our website and have a great week.